Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to install the OPT7 Aurora Interior LED Light Strip Kit in your car. So let's get started. Now just because I'm installing it in my 2016 Honda Civic doesn't mean you can't install it in your car. The installation process is going to be very similar. Alright, here are the contents of the kit. You're going to start off by figuring out where you're going to place the LED strips. Alright, down here in the footwell, you're going to want to place the strip either up there by the brake pedal and the gas pedal. You just want to make sure you steer clear of those. Or you could place the strip underneath the seat. Now I'm going to try to find a spot up there, but if I can't, most likely I'll be putting it under the seat. Alright guys, what I think I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be poking a hole in the insulation right here so I can zip tie the light just about like that. Alright, after finding out where you're going to put it, I'm going to take my knife right here and I'm just going to poke 2 holes in this insulation. Once you get your first zip tie through, you're going to want to take your LED strip and figure out where you're going to poke your second hole. Now that I got my second zip tie through, I'm going to hop over to the passenger side and mark the spots where I'm going to put that LED strip. Alright guys, I'm over here on the passenger side. As you can see, I could just take the double-sided tape off and stick it up here, but being that my car is a lease, I'm going to be taking these out when I go hand the car back. So I found little hooks, one right here and one right here. I'm going to be taking my zip ties and zip tying the light strips right up there. Alright, we got the zip ties looped through, giving them a little tug. You can see they're secure. Now let's move on to the back and figure out where we're going to put the LEDs back there. Alright, so coming in the back, you can see there's not much room to work, so I'm going to go pull the seat up to have more room. There we go, a lot more room. Now let's figure out where we're going to put the LEDs. See right here, there's not really anything we can do. It's pretty much flat. But if we come to this side, there's a lot of room underneath this seat over here. So I think we're going to be poking holes in the carpet right about here and over here, and we'll zip tie the LEDs through that. Alright, so these are the zip ties looped through, giving them a little tug. You can see they're secure. And now we're going to move on to the driver's side, which will be exactly the same as this one. So I'll come back to you after that. On the driver's side now, you can see we got the 2 zip ties in, giving them a little tug, make sure they're secure, and we're good. Next, we're going to be figuring out where we're going to be installing the control box and routing the wires for all the LED strips. All right guys, here's our control box. I'm going to be installing it in the driver's side footwell, somewhere probably up over here. That seems like the best spot for me, but you can mount this pretty much anywhere you'd like, keeping in mind the lengths of the power cords. The cigarette lighter power cord isn't as long as the fuse box power cord, so you just have to keep in mind that you can't mount this in like your trunk or anything like that. It needs to be close by to the power source. Now with my box location picked out, right up here, I'm going to be zip tying the LED lights in. The reason why I waited was to see where I'm going to be routing my wires. This one is simple. I'm just going to be putting it up there with the wire facing the box. I won't even have to use the 10-foot extension for that one. Next, I'll show you the back. Take you out. Coming around to the back, I'm going to be mounting them so they're going this way and down through the side there. That one will be mounted with the wire pointing towards me. It'll be coming around here and up to the front. Going around to the passenger side over here. I'm going to be routing this one, going that way, around to the back, around the center console over there, and up to the front. All right, I got the driver's side LED strip in. You're just gonna give it a little bit of a tug to make sure it doesn't come loose. Make sure it's clear of the brake pedal, steering column, and accelerator over there. One thing I do want to mention is that the smaller zip ties, I've been having a problem with them breaking. This is my maybe third try with a small zip tie over here. Finally got that one to work. This one over here, I just put a big one in because I got fed up with fiddling around with these smaller ones. So you might want to just be using the big ones all around. Again guys, the smaller zip ties broke, so I just replaced them with big zip ties. I have a feeling I'll be doing it to the rest of them also. Alright guys, now that I got all 4 of them mounted, there's the one under there and the one under there also, I'm going to route the wires exactly how I told you before. The one from the passenger side is going to come up, down here, around there, up to the front. That one's also going to come this way, up to the front, and this one also up to the front. They're all going to meet up underneath the wheel well, and right up in the corner underneath there, that's where I'm putting my box. That's where all the wires will connect to. Alright guys, as you can see, with the wires, one there, there's one also underneath there. They're all coming around underneath the plastic here, up through the front. All the way along there. You can see them right up here. I tucked them behind the carpet. They go underneath this plastic piece and they come out right here on the other side. The box will be going right up here in that corner. And as you can see, they're clear of all the moving parts. I won't be getting them tangled up there. Next is to install the box right up there where I was going to put it, and then hook it up and you'll be all good. They'll be in. There we go, the box is installed, and I just use the same method as I used to install the lights. Some zip ties through the carpet. Now all we have to do is connect all the wires and figure out which way we're going to use to give it power. Now that we got all the wires hooked up, and I zip tied them all up here, nice and neat, out of the way from the brake pedal, your foot over here, and the gas pedal over there. This one I will be zip tying up higher, because right now we're not going to be using this. These are the wires, so when you open the door, the lights come on. I won't be hooking those up right now. If I do in the future, I will make a video showing how to. Now for power, you're going to have 2 options. You're going to have your fuse adapter, and this is just the wire that you plug into the fuse, and that would go to your fuse box. Or you have your cigarette lighter with the on-off button. This one I'm not going to be using, but it's pretty simple. You just take your cap off here. That would plug in to the back of the box, and you would just run the wire. In my case, I would run the wire along the back there and up into here. The cigarette lighter is right over there, and done. You'd be ready to go. In my case, I'm going to want it a little bit neater, so I'm going to be using these fuse adapters. They come in 3 different sizes. This is the one I need. There's one with longer prods here, and then there's one for the really big fuses. This is the one I need for my interior fuse box here. And you're going to want to hook these up to a fuse that turns off with the car. So I have my little fuse diagram here, and I'm going to look for that. First, I'll try out this number 2 here, and if that doesn't work, I'll try hooking it up with possibly the 15 amp fuel pump over there. That one turns off with the car, so I'll get back to you on that. Alright, I got this hooked up to number 10, actually, not number 2. Number 10 back there is also an empty one. So I got that hooked up there, and now you're gonna plug that wire into there. See that? And now the other end is a ground wire. You're gonna have to ground this to some place in the interior of your car up here with no paint on it. I'm going to choose those bolts up there. I'm just going to have this, unscrew the bolt little, slip this behind the bolt, and then screw the bolt back in. That'll be my ground. All right, we're just going to unscrew this. Wow, that's really tight. Unscrew that a little bit. Take your piece right here, slip it behind, and you're going to screw that in. Tighten it down. All right. And now you're ready to try the lights. All right, now you're gonna wanna grab your remote right here. Make sure you pull the plastic piece that's down here out, and you're gonna turn it on. Gotta plug it in first. That would be helpful. So, it just goes right in here, into the side of the box. Oh, and as you can see, they come on, all different colors. So that means that fuse does not turn off with the car. So you're gonna wanna come up here, take the fuse out, and I'm going to be doing with that, hooking it up to that blue one right there. That's the fuel pump. I'm pretty sure that one goes off with the car. So I'll get right back to that. All right, I'm grabbing my needle nose pliers here. I'm gonna reach up and grab the blue fuse. You're going to want to take your fuse holder here, and you can see there's a slot. You're gonna put this fuse into that slot right there and push it in. There we go. And now you're gonna take that and plug it into the fuse spot where you took that one out of. And now when you press the on button, nothing should turn on. And that's good. I'm just gonna start the car real quick. And you're gonna see here that they turned on and they turn off. There you go. And when I turn the car off, even though they're on, they turn off when the car turns off. Now that we got everything connected, I just tidied everything up. You can see up there, I have all of them zip tied, all nice. And that's pretty much it for installation. I just gotta tuck that wire out of the way also. The next video that will be coming out will be showing you how the lights work, all the features. I'll be doing it in the dark so you can get the full effect. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. See you guys later.